Incremental readings. So we have seen the question of the day, something we can use in Supermemo using the basic layout. Help, question of the day. Now I'm using two collections. So I have this. What stage of the learning process does incremental reading accelerate? Comprehension. Oh, good to know. I want to remember this. Okay, what happened? I don't know. Now I got a different question. Hey, what happened here? Now I have a flashcard about this. Which stage of learning process does incremental reading accelerate? I need to close the window. Okay, here you go. What's the answer? What's comprehension? Welcome to Supermemo. That's because in my case I'm using an extra component. Perhaps that was the case. So I just started in a new collection. Let me match this other one. Okay. So question of the day. How can you add an article to Supermemo for incremental reading? Again, multiple ways to achieve that. One of those, copy the article to the clipboard and paste it with Ctrl-N. Okay, in this case, I would rephrase the question as how you add a new node. That's how it's called in Supermemo. Let's remember that. But you will see now that, hey, now it works because it's a brand new collection. In your case, this will work because you just started the collection. But if you have a collection of someone else or you just messed something up, it's a clear example that, oh, shoot, now the question is gone and stuff like that. That's why in Supermemo, it's really, really important to know what you're doing, the ins and outs, and how to avoid and overcome some bugs because they're not going to be fixed. So you need to know that's not the best option, but it's safer because you avoid the bugs. Another question, how you can you swap the question with the answer? Swap QA. Ctrl-Shift-S. Yes, remember that. Here you go. So basically, I'm creating the items. This is called an item in Supermemo. We'll see that later. And it's basically a flashcard. So instead of recreating this myself, I just have that. So from now on, this question and answer is already in my collection, and I will see this with a space repetition already. I don't have to type it in myself. How can you import an article from Wikipedia? Well, Microsoft Edge, I don't use this browser, and Shift. Well, again, there are more import methods, specific to Wikipedia. I will delete this one. It's not specific enough. What is the purpose of sleep chart? Collecting your sleep data, Okay, let me remember. The purpose of plan. Oh wow, this is really meta. How you can introduce question of the day into learning process in Supermemo? Choose remember. This should have been a question asked sooner, not the number 8. I don't know how many I have. Let me do this, even though this is just temporary. Because once I'm done with the questions, I don't need that. So you get the thing, right? I can close that. I have enough. So what will happen is that next day, I open Supermemo, or next time in the same day, I open Supermemo and I will get this prompt. Well, as long as I have the checkbox. And eventually I will run out of questions. This is what happened with this collection, that I no longer have questions. And just to let you know, if I go to contents, those are the flashcards I created. But something we'll realize later is that they have no title. We have what's called the placeholder, which is why. That looks like a non-implementation or a bug, but why don't use the title, even though it's not a big deal. But just to let you know, there's this little bug that when you create an element like that, it doesn't have a title. What's the purpose of plan? It's not there. This can be solved, by the way. So that's most of what you need to know about the question of the day. See you in the next video.